How you guys doing? I don't know if you guys are familiar with this movie. I was just thinking about this movie. I was just thinking about the movie ATL, and I got to watch that movie again. My favorite character in the movie ATL, he was a very conservative black dude, Esquire. Esquire was not your stereotypical brother. He was very conservative. He went to an Ivy League school. He didn't even go to school in the hood in the movie ATL. See, a brother like Esquire, brothers like that, I feel brothers like that should be the representation of what a brother is. Because, see, those are the type of brothers, those are the type of people that I grew up around. You know, um, my dad's side of the family is more on that side, that, that side of the pendulum. You know, but I feel brothers like that don't get enough publicity. And I know sisters, they wouldn't want to get a pussy to a brother like Esquire, in the movie ATL. Even though he was in the hood, he definitely was not of the hood. And he went to the Ivy League school playing golf with them rich black folks, you know. And it's crazy how Lauren London in that movie ATL, she said that her father was a sellout. You see what I'm saying? If you a black person who decides to level up, or if you don't come from the hood, you automatically seen as a sellout. And that is the sick mentality within the culture that I cannot stand. A brother like Esquire, many sisters would look at a brother like that as corny because he not hood. And for the life of me, it's sickening. I was thinking about the Destiny's Child song the other day. That song Soldier. They used to play the hell out of that song. And why couldn't they make a song called talk about if it's gotta stay hood? Why couldn't they make a song called Conservative? If it's gotta stay conservative, I ain't checking for me. Better be conservative if he looking at me. I need a conservative man with a leather briefcase, Tom Ford shirt and tie, known to carry big money, if you know what I mean. Why couldn't they make a song like that, Destiny's Child? If it's gotta stay conservative, why would they make a song called If It's Gotta Stay Hood? But that just go to show you the mentality of the culture. And brothers like Esquire, that's not the standard for a brother. And sadly, I don't think a brother like Esquire will ever be the standard for a brother. That well polished conservative image. That for some reason, that's just not the staple for what a brother should be. And it really irritates me because if I had to pick and choose between two variations, um, you know, if what version of a brother do you think society will feel more comfortable dealing with? If I'm gonna just use this analogy, let's say a brother with that stick and the dreads drinking promethazine get pulled over by the police, they're gonna be quick to arrest him. But let's say a brother that got a Ermenegildo Zegna silk and cashmere cassetta button-up shirt and some Naked and Famous denim jeans and a pair of Thursday boot sneakers, got some Tom Ford cologne on, got a nice Rolex Oyster Perpetual on. Let's say a brother like that gets stopped by the police. The cops more than likely will deal with that well-polished brother, the conservative version. They will deal with him in a more, in a less threatening way. They'll deal with that brother in a less threatening way versus, the stereotypical image of a brother. So that's why I say if I had to pick and choose, I'm like Tommy Sotomayor. You don't hear much from Tommy Sotomayor these days. One thing I truly agreed with him on, I'd rather be a coon than be a goon. If I had to pick and choose between two of the pendulums, I call it pendulums. If I had to pick and choose between uh but if I had to pick and choose between the two, I'd rather be conservative than be hood any day of the week, because I feel society will feel more comfortable dealing with the conservative brother versus dealing with that hood stuff, you know. But it's sickening to me, because I like the movie ATL. It was a pretty good movie, and it would be nice if they would make a second version of that movie. Um, but it was just, I was just thinking to myself, like, a brother like Esquire in that movie, a brother like that, he would never be seen as the staple for a brother. He would never be seen as, a cool type of brother. It's sickening, man. That's why I say the culture is sick, man. And that's one of the main reasons to why I don't even listen to too much rap no more. I've started to listen to Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney. I'm starting to listen to country music, because the culture is just twisted, man. Like, a brother like Esquire, he seemed like a pretty cool dude in my opinion, but you know, in the eyes of the urban community, a brother like that will be seen as a sellout, and I think that's sad. You know, he was a maid in that movie for those wealthy people, serving those people, playing golf with those people. Now, see, that's the type of job that I would like, working for some rich folks, cleaning up their house, playing golf, having dinner with them, drinking Armand de Brignac, Blanc de Blanc. Like, I would love that. That would be lovely. You know, that'll be a cool job right there. You know, you just never know what connections they may have. Can land you a really good career. But you know, it's just, I don't know. I just say that rap music and that hood mentality, it left a stain on the urban culture that will never come off, and that is terrible. And I know, you know, a brother like Esquire, that will never be the staple of what a brother should be. I already know that. That ain't gonna happen. But I just find it very sickening, and I find it very demonic and evil that a brother like that would never be the staple, because, you know, from my perspective, I look at Esquire as a pretty cool dude. I used to collect Esquire magazine, you know, but the culture is sick, man. It's really sick. And it's unfortunate that it's got to be like this. And, you know, for the life of me, it used to bother me more so in my younger days. But once you truly have an understanding of the culture, and you understand the demonic mentality of the urban culture, then, it doesn't make you as mad anymore. Because at 35, I'm not truly been out of shape by this no more. Now, in my younger days, I was really been out of shape by this hood stuff, this hood mentality. You know, you know, I was really been out of shape about it in my younger days, but I don't really care no more, because I understand that the culture is just lost. You know, and it's unfortunate. You know, but this is one of the main reasons to why, if I was a parent, I'd have my kids going to private school, because just like Esquire in that movie ATL, because I don't want my kids to be around all that ghetto crap. If I was a parent, because I definitely wouldn't want them to be around all that hood stuff, because we already see what that hood mentality has done for the culture. It hasn't done anything positive for the culture. It hasn't uplifted the culture, and it hasn't shifted the culture in any kind of positive way. And it's like, why do you want to continue to celebrate a culture that is destructive? You know, I mean, I think that's pretty stupid to keep celebrating a culture that is destructive. And this urban culture, this hood stuff is destructive. But it's just crazy. ATL was a good movie. Just wanted to talk about this right quick. If you haven't checked out ATL, feel free to check out that movie. You know, hopefully they in the future make another sequel. But that's been the discussion for now. You guys have a good one.